What made your parents regret being strict on you? Parties are the gateway drugs to ruining your life. At least that's what my parents told me when they told me no parties, no exceptions. And they really meant the no exceptions part. Even as a kid, I wasn't allowed to go to birthday parties at places like Chuck E. Cheese. Imagine explaining to your friends that at 7 years old, you can't go to their birthday because Chuck E. Cheese will ruin my life. And yes, I wasn't allowed to host my own parties at home either. I thought maybe my parents were just being overprotective because I was young, but now that I was 16, it really looked like the rule was there to stay. I tried to reason with them, tell them that I knew how to make smart decisions. That only made things worse. They'd bring out a giant binder full of articles that they kept up to date, filled with stories and articles about party disasters, drunk driving teens, and other pretty morbid things. I didn't blame my parents. They genuinely believed they were protecting me from inevitable catastrophe, but I also really felt sad because of it. I was practically the school's social ghost. Everyone walked on eggshells around me, trying not to talk about plans or parties in front of me out of pity, but still I tried. When my best friend Leanne was having her sweet 16, I begged my parents to go. Please, you can be there to watch me the whole time. I'll wear whatever you want me to wear, just please. But mom coldly responded, stop being so dramatic. Real friends don't need parties. Dad added, you're not the adult here. Trust us. We know better. Then they pulled out their favorite, you'll be successful when everyone's flipping burgers speech. But I didn't want success. I just wanted friends and a supportive family. That's when Leanne and her mom secretly adopted me. They helped make the perfect cover stories, a history study group, every academic and parent approved. Leanne's mom confirmed everything when my parents called, even preparing videos and pictures. And it wasn't fully a lie. We did study for at least an hour. But after that, Leanne's mom dropped us off to wherever the real party was. The first party was eye-opening. Some kids drank, sure, but nobody pressured anyone. I turned down every drink offer and people just respected it. I did try a sip of beer once, but quickly realized that it wasn't for me. The party games were fun, and everyone worked together to clean up afterward. But what really surprised me was the unspoken safety network everyone had. Kids who were drinking made logical decisions about getting home safely. When someone got too drunk, their friends immediately took care of them. When a sketchy older guy showed up and started bothering one of the girls, the entire party basically formed a human shield until he left. I quickly fell into the party mom group of kids, the ones who took care of others. Yeah, this is actually called the recovery position, Leanne's older sister said, guiding my hands while I shifted and supported Leanne's body. Her sister taught me a lot at the parties from her old EMT training, teaching me the difference between a tipsy person, a drunk person, and a person definitely in danger. The entire experience was amazing that needed to stay a secret if I ever wanted to party again. Well, unfortunately, like with all secrets, it has a way of surfacing unexpectedly. Mine happened during a promotion dinner. Dad had been working really hard for this promotion and wanted it to go perfectly. His boss, Mr. Rajezi, brought expensive whiskey to the dinner, insisting on toasting to Dad's future success. Dad couldn't refuse without seeming rude, so they drank the bottle down slowly. By 10 p.m., my parents were loud and completely different from their usual matter-of-fact attitude. They were cracking jokes and telling amazing stories like regular parents did, and I loved it. Mr. Rajezi was also very chatty and happy. Cheers to my number one employee. He poured shots again and drank it down before suddenly slumping forward. My parents thought it was hilarious at first, just another drunk guy passing out, but I recognized what was actually happening. His face had that bluish tint I'd been taught to watch for, and his breathing sounded like he was drowning in his own throat. I felt my heart racing. I told my parents we needed to turn him on his side immediately, but they dismissed me. This is what happens when adults drink. He's just sleeping. He's fine, Dad slurred. But he wasn't fine. This was exactly what Leanne's sister warned me about. I glanced at my parents, then back at him, and sprang into action. I dragged Mr. Rajezi from the table onto the floor, struggling with his weight while my parents yelled at me. I rolled him to the side and tilted his head to open his airway. Vomit and blood immediately started draining onto the carpet. Siri, call 911, I said to my phone. EMTs burst in and rushed to Mr. Rajezi. One pointed at me, amazed I knew the recovery position. He almost died. Where did you learn this? I looked at my parents and admitted everything. The fake study groups, the secret parties, Leanne's sister teaching me at parties. They watched the EMTs wheel out Mr. Rajezi, who grabbed my hand and whispered thank you before leaving. After the ambulance left, my parents sat in their formal clothes, staring at the vomit and blood staining our carpet before pulling me into a hug. We told you parties were bad, that you'd ruin your life with it, but you ended up saving a life instead. I cried, burying my face into their arms. They didn't apologize, but that weekend when Leanne texted about a party, they just said, be home by midnight. That was enough.